All right. A little bit late, a little bit longer than 30 minutes. But I did get my audio fixed, so at least I won't be listening to that anymore. Now I want to start by enjoying the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon songs. We're going to start with that.
You want an investment opportunity as diverse as the economy of Texas. Why not invest in the economy of Texas? Introducing the Texas Capital Texas Equity Index ETF managed by Texas Capital.
Oh, no shot you're going to do that to me. I just watched 2 commercials and you're going to force me into another commercial. All right. So, everybody, we had great luck, as the title said. We got our shiny Japanese Ditto. I am so happy for that. Our next target is Torkoal in Fiery Path. Once we get shiny Torkoal, we're going to set up my Game Boys for AFK hunting Wailord. And we're going to focus on Jimmy Jules so we can go experience the DLC in Scarlet Violet. We've been putting the hunt off, and we can't progress to the DLC because it requires us updating our game. And I'm just not going to update and lose Gimme Ghoul until we get the shiny. So, let's cross our fingers that we get some extra good luck. We are already at 4,000 encounters for Torkoal. As pardon me. As y'all can see, I do have one shiny phase done already, and that will be Numel, which is Camerupt. If you want to see the reaction, I believe you can hit exclamation point recent, or of course you can always check out the YouTube channel. That is updated on the channel as well. So let me set our target to the correct target. And delete some of this stuff. Excellent. All right, time to start. I cannot hear audio, but you guys can. So let me know if it's too loud. This game, man. This is one of the best. Oh, my audio's messed up again. It fixed for like 10 minutes, and now it's ruined. That's really unfortunate. I was excited that we had managed to fix it. I don't even understand either. I didn't even do anything to it. I just... Oh my gosh. Well, I guess I'll be looking at getting some new headphones here soon. Boom. Do 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 do. Get out of here with all the commercials, little bro. I used to always lie. Well, there's a couple times when I'd answer correctly, but it'd never give me the targets. I'd always do a restart, and I'd just keep answering until I got Totodile. I always pick Totodile. I'll say it's really good that they did the update in the new in the remake that lets you that basically lets you pick it. Like, they give you the little test as normal, and then they say, hey, this is probably the Pokemon that you fit. Which one would you like to be? You know? Totodile all day. We are going to do a challenge run of the Mystery Dungeon too, where we're going to play as Machop, which is probably the worst out of all of them. Boom, doo, 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 doo. I don't remember where this song is. Is this might be the square where all the shops are. Or maybe it doesn't really fit. I don't really think it fits with the board. So maybe I'm off on that. Boo, doo, 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 doo. Do 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 do. Boom boom. Boom boom. Please, my precious Caterpie baby. Did y'all know this is the new soundtrack for when you're in this cave? Crazy, isn't it? They actually updated Gen 3, like, what, 20 years later? Gave it a new audio. Vita! How are you doing? I thought you forgot about me. You missed it. I hope you're doing well. We got the Japanese Ditto earlier today. Welcome to the stream. Yes, super exciting. Great start to the weekend. So now we thought we'd try and hit up some Torkoal as our final Gen 3 hunt, primary hunt, before we start full on hunting Jimmy Jewel. And as y'all already know, we did phase on Numel. That's great, bud. Thank you. Super excited about it. I'll have to clip it. Since I ended stream, I could probably clip it real fast. But yeah, how are you doing, Vita? Doing great? Heck yeah. Well, I'm glad you're doing so well. Thank you, as always, for stopping by. It's good to see you again. Get out of here, you stupid commercials. I actually finished my big move a few minutes ago. You moved, like, places? Congratulations, I think. Hopefully it was for good reasons. Finally finished Gen 2 living... Oh, we talking Pokemon finishing... We were talking move and Pokemon. Gotcha. Pokemon move, okay. Well, hey, that's just as awesome. Finally finished the Gen 2 living decks in home. What was the hardest one to get for your Generation 2? I assume you're not counting mythicals in here, right? Or you got ways to get mythicals like Deoxys, Manaphy, oh, what's the other ones? Mew, Jirachi, so on and so forth. Mythicals, yeah. Bro, there were so many. Yeah, mythicals, I don't think those exist in Gen 2. Celebi is the Gen 2 mythical. Gen 1 is Mew, Gen 2 is Celebi, Gen 3 is Deoxys and Jirachi. You got Celebi. Gen 4... I don't know, Darkrai? Maybe Arceus? I think Arceus is just a regular one. I can't get my Mew in bank since it's a glitched one. Oh, yeah, that's right. You were telling me you did the, then I was asking you questions if that was the thing with Lavender Town. Yeah. Gotcha. So does this mean you're officially starting the best Gen 3 now? Are we gonna be Gen 3 buddies? Boo do 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 boo do 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 do. I think I ran into a logistical issue though. What are we talking? What are we thinking? What issue? I haven't figured out how to get Gen 3 to 5 into bank. What's holding you back? Do you not have a DS, a regular DS? Since I don't have any. Oh, you don't have the physical games. Gotcha. Yeah, that would be a bit of an issue, right? I mean, I think for Generation 3, you can do that in Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl if you've got that. They're kind of emulated in 3DS. Gotcha. So if you've got BDSP, I think you should be able to get all, or at least most of Gen 3 there. And then, of course, you could also do Gen 4 there. But I'm assuming you're trying to do, like... that game looks like garbage. I don't know. What else is there? What other opportunities are there? See, I don't think they have the full Pokédex, like comparing just through Gen 8 and 9. I don't think they have the full Pokédex for Generation 3 alone. Because I don't think Castform was in Sword and Shield, and it's not in Scarlet Violet yet. I can get Pokemon Black 2 and White 2 to work, but I don't know how to get Gen 3 and BDP. Diamond, Pearl. Okay, I'm gonna guess that's DPP. It's black and white. Boo doo 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 doo. Ba da 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 da. Ba da 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 da. Yeah, that's a tough one. I don't know. Aside from like just saying, I'm trying to figure out solutions without just saying buy the game, forehead. But obviously that's for the time being I might just skip to X and Y. Nice. Hey, I guess Oras is kind of Gen 3, but it's not really the same, right? I mean, I haven't played it fully, but the little bit that I did play, I thought it was good. There was some definite differences. But I guess, for me, to answer your answer, to give you a simple answer is yes, you're right. Because it's not sprite form as much as these ones are. I think it's 3D. So it just doesn't hit that same nostalgia feel. Great game, for sure. And I think it's very accurate with, like, Generation 3. it improves it, and at the same time it keeps the things that are good about it. But yeah, having, I'm pretty sure you can find like Gen 5 Pokemon in Hoenn, which just is meh. But you could get Deoxys and I don't know about Jirachi actually, but I know Deoxys you can at least get in ORAS. Kind of stumped, bud. Really hoping I don't have to look for some hardware / game cartridges. How does audio sound, by the way, for you, Vita? Hopefully it sounds good. No issues. Yeah, I can't... I don't think there's a substitute, unfortunately. They still haven't done their 3Ds. They haven't done their Switch ports of those of Gen 3 and 3 yet, so I can hear you fine. Can't hear music if there's any. Really, you can't hear the music? Let's try this. How's that? Can you hear it now? Wow. I'm sitting here playing it like you guys can hear. Let me whip out the phone real fast and see what's going on. Mute for a second.
Get access to primary care on your terms, all from our app. In a few clicks, you can book in-person visits, access 24/7 virtual care, or message your doctor.
$40 hours on crystal, 17 on silver, and 25 on gold. Damn. Forgot how big those games were. Yeah, having to go to Kanto as well. Did you beat red? Did you put any ribbons on any of your pokies? Also, I hate Chansey with a passion. Why? Did you spend a lot of time in the Safari Zone because of it? Is that why? She's a 1% spawn and gold silver crystal as well. Heck yeah. Took so long. I don't even like that stupid egg. Now that you finished it, hunt it shiny in the Safari Zone. You got this. Green eggs and ham. Never. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. And yet there are people out there who willingly do it. I won't lie, I'm thinking about it. If I feel like I'm running out of time for getting shinies in these old games before they shut down Bank, I'm not going to. But if we've got plenty of time, I'll do the hunt. I got other Safari Zone targets before that though. Like the main one I want to get from Safari Zone, Kangaskhan. That's number 1 on the list. Dratini and Dragonair are 2 and 3 on the list. Rhyhorn would be number 4. That's a dope one. I got lucky. What, with Kangaskhan, or are you talking Dragonair and Dratini? I'm gonna guess you're guessing. I'm gonna guess you're saying Kangaskhan, in which case I agree. I do wish they would have made a male counterpart. Like make the... So the baby seems kind of bluish, so you make the male like a blue. I like to believe the theory that it's a Cubone evolution. That's an interesting one, yeah. There's some cool Pokemon theories out there, and you gotta wonder, like, how many of them are actually true. I guess technically none of them, because Pokemon Company won't say anything, but in reality, it's like Ditto being a part of Mew, how it's got the ability to transform. It's the only ones that got transform. It's got the same shiny color. It's got the same move transformation. It's found only in... Well, no, okay, there's the 3rd spot, but it's found where you find Mewtwo. It's found in the burned mansion. It makes sense, many of those theories do. That's how they get you, as they make it make sense. What do you think about the one that says Giovanni is Ash's dad? Love it. It's canon in my head. Yeah. It would be cool. Professor Oak better watch out what he's doing when Ash is out. Giovanni catches wind of what Oak's trying to do. We're not gonna have a Pokemon professor anymore. Because I hear something about Ash's mom used to be part of Team Rocket. Really?
Today I'm going to try out the new generative fill tools in Photoshop to go from this to this. Obviously I need to get rid of my hand here. I'll make a rough selection, click generative fill, then generate. Easy fix.
Oh. I hope later on in the anime, once they start building up these characters with the new characters that they started, I hope eventually we run into an adult Ash or something, you know? Or maybe we meet Ash still as an 11-year-old boy. And he's still just doing his own adventure. What about the theory that Mr. Mime is Ash's dad? You better watch out Googling that. You might find some weird stuff on the internet. Mimey! Mr. Mime! There was a picture with Mr. Mime with his hand on Ash's mom's legs. That's funny. Mr. Mime's a playa. He knows what's going on. He knows what's up. Ba da 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 da. Oh man. I think tomorrow I'm gonna continue watching the anime. I'm behind. Well, obviously I'm behind, right? Because they're on season 27 or something. But I mean, I stopped watching it. I was watching it almost every time I was shiny hunting. I made it to season 3 currently. So I'm in Johto right now. He's only got 2 Johto Pokemon so far. He's got Heracross. Oh, maybe Heracross is the only one. Did he catch any others? Oh, I also need to get all unknowns. I didn't get them all. I'm just looking at my home with my complete first 250 Pokemon. Congratulations! I don't know if I'm going to shiny hunt all the different unknowns. I think if I do hunt unknown, I'll probably just target the coolest one, which is exclamation point and question mark. Those will probably be the only ones that I care about finding shiny. But maybe if we get like super good odds and we just slay through these Pokédex entries, maybe we'll go find some. Those are dope. Heck yeah. And let's be honest, 100% underused. Like, they made alphabet soup and then just left it there. In fact, I'm pretty sure, like, they were all about Entei, and now Entei doesn't even need them. He's like, get that out of here. Get that trash out of my sight. It only has ancient power in G2. Could you imagine your team getting swept by an Omni Boost, ancient power, unknown? Question mark. Speaking of which, did you watch any of the VGC going on? Actually, you know, that's super close to where I live. That's like 2 hours away from where I live. I didn't even know about it until Andre told me. Because he also lives very close to it. I watched a couple of the matches from day 1. I haven't seen anything from day 2, which I think is today. And I don't know if there's day 3. Oh, bro, you should have participated. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I really want to, but I feel like I'm not in a position to compete. So I told myself I'm gonna save up the money, and next year I'll be competing. Actually, to be honest, I did say when the next Pokemon game comes out, I'll be participating in that one. So when Generation 10 comes out, I'll be participating for that. There's a couple games I watched. I watched the first one, which, and I'm gonna sound so rude saying this, but it just was meh. It wasn't at the level that I watched at the other games. I felt like there was a lot of mistakes and obvious plays that were missed, and I felt like the teams were just not as strong on the first game. Game 2 was a little frustrating because I think it was 1-1, and in the last game, the dude had Iron Hands, Iron Hands, Fluttermane versus Rillaboom and Delibird. And the dude could use Fake Out. If he had done Fake Out on Rillaboom and attacked the Delibird, he would have won. Like, that was his win condition, and instead he chose not to, and he got clapped because of it. What do you think will be the next remake? So there's a good and a bad side to that. On the good side, I want to say it'll be Generation 5. On the bad side, I want to say they're going to cut support to Bank sooner rather than later. And when they do that, they're going to release Generation 3 on the Switch as digital copies. But I think Gen 5 is next on the line for remakes. I could see them taking a break and going back to Kanto, because they love Kanto. A Legends Mew would be cool for sure. But I'm terrified of that, and I need to knock on wood to make sure that doesn't happen. But, oh my gosh, could you imagine Legends Mew exploring the Kanto region like never before? Legends is where it out. Dude, yes, I hope. Honestly, this is super copium right now, but I hope that they do a Legends game for every generation. And maybe they don't have to do it for every generation, like Gens 1 and 2, you just do a Legend game that covers both regions in one. But oh my gosh, being able to explore old-timey Hoenn as with like those Pokeballs and just free roam. I hope. Alright, so again, this is me going super copium, but I want every generation re-released as an open world game, like what we got with Paldea. Fully open world. I'd love to explore Hoenn, Kanto, Johto open world. And I also want a Legends game for each of them. And if I do get everything I want them to stop shiny locking everything. Very upset that all the Legends are in Indigo Disc or shiny locked. I was really looking forward to shiny hunting for Kubfu, and now I don't get that. Did you play the new DLC? I have not been able to yet. I'm not in a position to be able to update my game. If I update my game, I lose the Gimme Ghoul raids, so I have to wait until I get shiny Gimme Ghoul to do the new DLC. But I'm not gonna lie, I didn't look at any of the story or what the world looks like. But I did look at the Pokédex, and the Pokédex is super exciting. That's one of the reasons what made me want to start doing competitive this year, is because I really want to use Hydrapple. He's such a cool dragon. I can't wait to shiny hunt him and use him in a solo playthrough. And Gyarados now has a physical fire type move, which is 75 base power, and if it's fire type Stomping Tantrum. You know, so if your previous move fails for whatever reason, it becomes a 150 base power move. And it's fire type. And then the new evolution for Duraludon was super cool. Looking at all the new legendaries is cool too. There's some really fire ones. I'm a little worried about the turtle legendary. I feel like it's gonna run away with the game. I feel like it's super strong if they make it legal. Which obviously it is, right? Because they want to sell the game. And then it'll get nerfed in the next generation. But, overall, I'm really excited to play it. I watched a streamer I like play a bit yesterday of the DLC. Sweet. How is it looking? Good story, I hope? No spoilers on story, please. Not gonna lie, it made me want to get the game. Nice. I'm hearing something about, like, it has something to do with Unova, Generation 5, which makes me lean more into the idea that we're probably gonna get Gen 5 remakes. I was lost on story since I didn't play any of it. Yeah. I saw an image, I guess at some point on the map, there's like some building blocks, and Ditto occasionally spawns as one of the building blocks that you can encounter and catch. And you can find a shiny Ditto as one of those building blocks, and it's kind of funny. I love shiny Ditto. I have like 6 in Sword and Shield. By the way, since you love Ditto, would you like to see my shiny one that I got in the 3rd gen? Not to brag or anything. I use them for breeding. Oh yeah. That's what this one is. Alright, let me finish this real fast. Alright. Oh, I didn't even realize it was just showcasing one game. If I had realized that, I would have swapped it over. Alright, let's switch over real fast. Look at the little guy. His name is PA, which is short for Pandora's Actor. That is a character from my favorite anime ever, Overlord. It was super obvious. You want to see it in battle too? I'll showcase it in battle too. Looks perfect. Oh, it does look perfect. It was so bright blue when it showed up. That was actually one of the best shiny reactions I've ever had, I would say. 100% legit too. I was just so caught off guard and excited to finally have it because I was worried it was going to go to 20,000 and it was a super slow encounter rate. Look at the sparkles and the blue shiny. We ain't done yet. But bam, now we got a shiny Mew. Happy for you? Thank you. Or shiny Meowth, I mean, not Mew. It transforms into shiny. Yes, it does. So I now, not to brag, but I have every shiny Pokemon ever. I didn't know that. Only in 3rd generation. In every other generation, if you want it to transform into the shiny, it has to be transforming into a shiny Pokemon. So whatever the target is has to be shiny. But 3rd generation only, if Ditto is shiny, it'll transform into a shiny Pokemon. We still have a couple more soft reset hunts in Kanto. We still got Eevee, Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan, Snorlax. Thank you, thank you. I'm super pumped about it. This was a big one. Oh my gosh, I literally came over here to get away from the Meowths, and it's just... I saw you parked in front of Eevee there. Yes, we're gonna finish that hunt eventually. 13,000 encounters is a little too much. It's a Pidgey, but it'll work. Oh, shiny Pidgey! Oh, let's go, baby. Only 2 encounters. It is. And, of course, you know what I did after I got the shiny Ditto? Might be the only shiny I hunt for. Heck yeah, do it. After I got the shiny Ditto, I went to Mewtwo, and I took a picture of me as the shiny Mewtwo, because now I'm gonna use that for the thumbnail. I'm gonna be like, I shiny hunted Mewtwo. Like a boss, yeah. It surprisingly, like, knocked me out twice before I finally got to, hit it with Transform. I used Psychic the first time, and I was like, please let me survive. No, instant KO. And then it used Swift, which Swift is just a super weak move, so I was like, okay, this should be an easy survive. Nope. Instant KO. And so I was lucky the 3rd time, because it just used Safeguard. I was like, thank you. We've done 500 encounters in less than an hour. Nice.
Accent your table and slay.
Oh, today's Sunday. I was gonna order Chick-fil-A.
I'm an expert in holly jolly.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds from Mint Mobile. With a holiday offer I think that you're gonna like. When you switch to Mint now, you'll get 3...
Hey, we got 3 numals right here. That's pretty cool. If you... I don't know the best way to hunt it, to be honest. Mine, I hunted in Cerulean Cave, and I did a level 65 repel trick for it. So that brought it all the way up to a 50% encounter, 50% chance of it being Ditto, which is probably the highest percentage you can get it to. But at the flip side, because of that, it was only a 10% encounter rate. Luckily, with White Flute and Illuminate, I was getting encounters every 15 seconds roughly. But even still, at some point, I mean, I got it first phase, so I ain't tripping. But wow, I talk really ghetto sometimes. Yeah. I lost track of what I was trying to say. Oh yeah, but you might be like, hey, I don't wanna, I would rather phase than not. In which case, maybe Pokemansion, the burned mansion or the lost mansion on Cinnabar Island might be the best place to hunt for. Because it's got a good diverse group of Pokemon. You got Growlithe and Vulpix, depending on your which game you're on. You've got Coughing and Grimer, I think, also depending on which game. And then you've got Raticate. The other spot is, what, like Route 17 or something, and I mean, don't get me wrong, Bellsprout's an amazing shiny, but it's Bellsprout, it's Ditto, and it's Pidgey, I think. So, of course, you could hunt in Cerulean Cave, which is 25% chance base odds, no repel trick. And then you have a huge pool of Pokemon you could find. 25% Ditto, 25% Kadabra, and then you got like the 5% Golbat. I think you got 5% Voltorb. There's Machoke, Magneton, Parasect, and a 1% Wobbuffet. So I take that back. Cerulean Cave is probably the best just because it's got so many cool Pokies. But I was terrified that I was going to get a Kadabra shiny. Or actually, the worst thing I was thinking of was going to happen was that I was going to run out of Repel and find a shiny Electrode. Sounds like the best, the cave. Yeah, for sure. Of course, and two, if you do it at the very entrance, if you don't like Kadabra, you can get Primeape instead of Kadabra. Or it's higher odds for Primeape. A little chestnut action there. I love Primeape. Oh yeah. I love my little chestnut too. He's adorable. He's in my red team. I'm torn. I don't know if I want to evolve my Primeape when I transfer him up to Gen 9 or not. Because on one hand, evolving him into Annihilate would be super cool, but on the other hand, I don't really like the idea of my chestnut having to die to evolve. Nickname Mad Lad? Yes, that's a good one. I nicknamed him Chestnut after Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. I think I will evolve yours, and I think you're gonna evolve yours into Annihilate. Nice. Dude got so mad he died.
Today, we're introducing the next chapter of Notion AI. It's called Q&A.
Oh, this is when you have the crazy dream and Gardevoir starts to talk to you. Last alpha, I need to finish my Alpha Lords team. Nice. I plan to hunt a Alpha Gyarados shiny in there. I don't know what else I could find Alpha. I guess now they did the update, right? That offers mass outbreaks or something like that. And you can get Alphas a lot better. MMO, massive mass outbreaks. You didn't get into it? Yeah, I stopped playing Legends Arceus right before that came out. I got sucked back into Destiny, so I just know of them. I never did any of them, so I don't know what changed. But they say it's also the best shiny hunting method. Oh yeah, I'm sure. Kept one grow, evolved the other. That's where I found my shiny Alpha Growlithe. Nice. Hisuian Growlithe is cool. I honestly didn't think he was going to be used that much because Rock Fire type just seems like such a rough type to use, right? With the 4 times weakness to water and ground. But it seems to be a lot more popular than regular Arcanine. You said shiny, I didn't? Oh, they're just regular alphas. Oh, my bad. I thought we were talking shiny. I don't think I will ever see a shiny alpha. Arceus has been good to me on shinies so far. I got 5 shinies. Hell yeah. Make that bank. Pachirisu, Magmar, and a couple others. I think this is the part in the game where you have to run away. And you travel and travel. And we're being chased by all the other explorer teams who are trying to kill me so that the world can return to normal. You become the outcasts. Yes. Man, I cannot say it enough. Such a great game. That looked like a shiny Slugma for a second. That's pretty much the last act. Oh yeah. Amazing game. Was sad when I finished it. Oh yeah. I remember I was definitely very sad. There's a couple games that have done that to me. I think Halo Reach, Time Splitters, more specifically Future Perfect. Mystery Dungeon. I don't know. I honestly, when I played the remake on the Switch, I got all choked up playing it. Like when you're running away. The game looked beautiful, and just remembering going through that scenes just got me all choked up and sad. I need to go play the other ones though. I never played I played the second one where you like are part of a big class. But I never played the ones after that. I think there's like 2 more. Infinity Gate or something like that. There's some rumors that they're making a new one, so I really hope that they do make a new one. Two coughings, that's unfortunate. Sorry, which games? The only mystery dungeon game that I can think of that I haven't played is Gates to Infinity or something like that. Even Pokemon Ranger wasn't too bad. I don't know if you've played that one. Granted, I had to play that game like 8 times, so I got sick of it, but I still enjoyed it. I thought the story was very good. I've heard said those games got great story, the Mystery Dungeon ones. Oh, yeah. Have you... Wait, which game were you talking about that you were sad when you finished? Because I thought you were talking about Mystery Dungeon. Are you talking about Legends Arceus?
Or their heads. Or their backs. Or hands. Hands are good.
Arceus, yeah.
Just about anywhere else, your customers
That's
will remember you. Discover the print's abilities at Vistaprint.
Just making sure. Yeah. Hopefully they do a remake. Not about the money. What do you think we're gonna get at the new the next Pokemon Presents? What do you think they're gonna announce? More DLC? A remake? Do you think they're gonna show off Gen 10? You think they're gonna show off Pokemon Ranger and Mystery Dungeon games? I never watched it Presents. Yeah, it's like, yeah, they're not too bad. They do really good stuff. But it's basically just a Pokemon. You know, they're like, oh, this is what's coming out for Pokemon. My first one was, I want to say last year or something, when they announced Legends Arceus. And then they showed off, I think they showed off the starters for Scarlet and Violet as well. Pokemon Nintendo Direct. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess they're Nintendo company, but they're more so called Pokemon Presents because they focus only on Pokemon. Whereas Nintendo Directs usually focus on all the non-Pokemon games. And Pokemon Day is in February, so they're most likely gonna have, well, I mean, I'm pretty sure they always do have a Presents on Pokemon Day. So we can expect some news then. I remember all the speculation on a third DLC for Sword and Shields, like the Burning Tower or something like that. I'd absolutely love that, yeah. Hey. Would be cool. But I think now that they've released the new DLC, I think they're done with Gen 8 and 9. I think they're going to be full focus on the next gen and whatever remake they announce at the Pokemon Presents. Which has to be Gen 5. Probably Gen 5 time. It might be back to Gen 1, though. They might do Gen 1, then Gen 10, then Gen 5, but I think they're gonna do Gen 5. Everybody's hyping it up, Black and White 3. Maybe that's what the telltale sign is, right? If everybody's getting super hyped about something, maybe you should just expect the opposite. Because everybody was hyped to hunt the shinies, legendaries, and they're all shiny locked. Everybody was hyped for BDSP remakes. That was very Black and White, like copy pasta. Everybody's hyped about Black and White 3, so maybe not expected or something, I don't know. Here are my wishes for the series. Stop making me be a child. Stop explaining everything in the game like it's my first time. Yes. My wishes. An optional tutorial mode would be great, you know. It's too late for this now, but if they did something to where your trainer ID could transfer with you to each new game, so that you always had the same trainer ID, so all the Pokemon were your Pokemon. That would have been like the coolest thing ever. Being able to actually catch your starter. This is something that I want to implement in my game. But I very strongly believe that you would have a better bond with your starter if you actually are given like, hey, here's a little habitat, go explore, find the Pokemon you like, you catch it, you know, and then at the same time that's your catching tutorial, you know. Open world is a must-have. Now that we've been exposed to open world, I think all mainline games need to follow that open world aesthetic. True just changed the shiny ID. Yeah, or the secret ID. If you change the secret ID though, doesn't that still create issues where they don't count as your Pokemon? So you'll still have the, I mean, I guess Scarlet Violet did away with that disobedience issue, but technically they wouldn't be considered your Pokemon anymore if you change the SID. I have no idea. And let our Pokemon walk with us. Again, this is such an inconsistent thing that they do sometimes and they don't do all the time. But it's such a great thing, you know? Let your Pokemon walk with you. If they're super small Pokemon, let them ride on your back or something, or on your head. And if they're super large, like Onyx, ride them. Heart Gold, Soul Silver, absolutely. Oh, and the Elite Four. I am a big fan of the Elite Four and the Champion. Tournaments are cool, like the endgame tournaments are cool, but I want a replayable champion. I want a champion that's actually strong. I'm talking like, I like Cynthia, I like... Leon's not bad, Leon's got a good team. Steven. You know, I want some good champions, and I want the Elite Four to be rematched. Or I guess like the Let's Go games. Yeah, that's true too. I do appreciate how Let's Go, and Let's Go, you get your starter Pikachu or Eevee, and if you don't want to use them on your team, you can take them off your team and they just hang out like on your back or on your hat. I think that was cool. Did you beat Arceus? No, I got all the way to the Volo fight and I kept losing, and so I was in the process of training my Pokemon, and then I was like, you know what, I want to do a shiny only playthrough where I 100% the game. So I started a new game and I was hunting for shinies and at the same time like 100%ing everything in the Pokédex, and then I got sucked into Destiny and my file is deleted. Yeah, the Folo fight was great. Like, and I can say that as somebody who didn't finish the game, which is the opposite of what Game Freak wants, for sure. But I love the Volo fight. 3 phases? I didn't even know it was 3 phases. Damn, that's crazy. Oh. Nah, that's alright. I'm guessing it's him, Gertina, and then I don't know what else you would face. Maybe him and Gertina. You'll see, yeah. Alright, no shiny. Almost 5,000. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and just push to 5,000, and then I'm going to stop for a second, and I'm going to order some food. Because my tummy is making the rumblies. Long day today? You had a long day, you're saying, or are you asking me? Sounds good, man. I'm gonna hit this act. Oh, okay. Alright, well, thank you so much for hanging out, Vita. I hope you have a wonderful night. I should be streaming tomorrow as well if you want to stop by. Otherwise, I hope you have a great one. Feel free to hit me up in the Discord if you ever want to say hi. Sleep well. See you around, buddy. Thank you, thank you. Hopefully I get the shiny Torkoal tonight. I'll be sure to tag you in Discord if I do. As soon as I leave. Yeah. I could just transfer the Ditto in here and then just transform on one of the Torkoals, and then I'll be like, oh, I got a shiny Torkoal. Peace. We were so close to having 5 Numels there. We had 3 on the Game Boys, and we had 1 on the DS. 1 out of 2 on the DSs. That would have been crazy. $49.70. Okay.